It is one of those matches where you are never far away from winning, but you're also not winning. Melting point for my opponent, I guess, to counter the Vulcans. I'm thinking maybe I go for the arc lights as anti-air. In retrospect, I think selling something and instead going for Mustangs would have been better. I do go for anti-air arc lights. This was a match where I wanted to test if that is good against Wasps or not. Technically, right now, the Wasps are outranging, especially now that he dropped a range upgrade. I know, technically they are outranged. They are at 90 and the arc lights are at 93. But now, the Wasps are actually outranging, which is another thing that I didn't expect. Also, these are fairly offensive, you would think. But technically, I guess they are... they are going to be overtaken by all of these chaff units very quickly. I do put a level down on the Scorpion here, and I also leveled that Scorpion a while ago, which is the best thing I have against the Melters. More Scorpions are out against the other packs of Steel Boars, because I need them to be gone. Maybe now you can actually classify this as aggro, but I don't think it's aggro, honestly. I think this is simply standard play with fast units. The Arclights are doing well. Unfortunately, it seems there is a breakpoint. These Arclights are not doing enough damage to kill the level 3 Wasps in one hit. But you can definitely see the effect on the side that I am winning. You cannot see any effect on the side that I am losing, really. Unfortunately, the Scorpion does not shoot again. Otherwise, I think this Melter would have died. I still have a bunch of forces moving in. I have one more Arclight here. But it's about to be exposed to the Wasps and the Melter, and that means that the Melter and the everything else is winning. And now I start taking a bunch more damage because a Giant is left alive, which is unfortunate. The Scorpion could have shot a little bit faster, honestly. Fire comes out and into this many Fangs, it's worth it. But honestly, right now the Wasps are becoming more of a problem than the Fangs. He puts a level on the Melter and the Nano Repair Kit as well. So now these Scorpions definitely have to do a lot more DPS. Shields come out on both sides, of course. With a bad bout, this may very well be the end of me. My opponent is dropping no less than 5 shields. I'm dropping 2. He's also buying out and getting another temporary range upgrade. I'm getting range on the Arclights because they weren't doing enough into these Wasps. And now the Wasps actually have Elite. And some of them are level 5 now. And yeah, level 5 Wasps with Elite and range are scary. It also has the option of ground spec and air spec. So this will kind of be the ultimate anti-everything unit here. I am putting Subterranean down here. Because that will... he does not have any decent chaff clear that can... like a Vulcan. He relies on units that do like plink damage into these crawlers, and that will basically flat out double the DPS, double the health of these crawlers. So I think it is worthwhile to invest 300 into that. My opponent did drop a missile here, but I have a pack of crawlers here that will suck both of these missiles. Only some fire lands, but it's actually a decent amount looking at it more closely. It will burn some of my crawlers, but they would die super quickly anyway. There's a lot of shields out for my opponent. The Scorpions are working on it. But it is super annoying. I guess my opponent kind of was going all in here. Once more, I finally get to kill just about all the Wasps. Not all of them, unfortunately. The shields were keeping enough units alive for this to not be all of the Wasps. And yeah, unfortunately, 2 of my opponent's shields survive, and he once again wins the round, and he wins it more than before. I don't even think this is necessary, but my opponent still went for it. I kind of need to turn it around now, or I'm dead. And Orbital Javelin into a stacked board like this is a Christmas gift. However, my opponent picks Senior Defense. At this point, I was basically thinking, well, I'm toast, and I don't think there's anything I can do, realistically. He still has no unit significantly further ahead of the tower, actually. That is crazy. Maybe that does classify as aggro now. But at the very least at the start, I don't think it is accurate. It was just standard with slow units. I do end up dropping some Vulcans and giving them the fire missiles, incendiary bombs. I do buy out and get my temporary upgrades, I hope. Yeah, I do. So these will target forward, I think, onto base crawlers. And these will drop their first payload onto the side crawlers and do nothing productive. Oh, I did not get incendiary bomb. Maybe that was an actual throw. But I guess I didn't really have the money for it. I should have sold some of these storm crawlers, then I would have had money. Anyhow, we are going further into this match, and the tanks are still covering right now for the Vulcans, but now the Melter has locked on. The Wasps are dying, and fairly quickly. There is some merit to anti-air marksmen, but they are anti-air and range. I guess that's also into double-teched Wasps, and pretty teched and leveled Wasps at that. However, you can already see there's not enough DPS on my side to still kill this Melter. And that Melter by itself is not enough DPS to finish me. But with the Wasps, maybe, under the tower debuff, they get to take out the Archive pretty quickly. Is that enough? It's not. So there will be at least one more round. Reinforcement round, so if there is a way to turn it around, this is the round to do it. All my opponent's shields have gone down. He is going for hackers. Because of course he is. I'm looking at this board and thinking, what can I even do? None of these units seem particularly good here. I think all of these units are actively bad into his board. He has somehow managed to make a board that makes it seem like everything is bad into it. The best thing, I guess, is Scorpions and more of these Arclights. That would wreck his board if I had enough of it. I do have oil. Not sure if I purchased that this round. No, I haven't purchased it. I still have an oil bomb to purchase, so that was the other oil. Now I can drop double oil, but is it going to be working? I am thoroughly expecting my opponent to shield, so I'm hoping that these range and double shot units can push through that. I'm putting actual elite marksmen on the carry arcs, so they can be more effective at deleting wasps. I'm also putting some shields down to not get fired, but realistically I'm expecting an orbital javelin to delete this or this. And that is painful. Do I still not... I guess I still don't get incendiary bomb because there will be a lot of fire anyway. And, well, we shall see what happens. These hackers here are kind of designed to get the Scorpion, to get the Vulcans. However, they are mostly stuck on chaff right now. My chaff is also dying in this fire, which is unfortunate. Finally, this is being locked onto. But it doesn't get to work because the Scorpion shoots the hacker. Same happened on this side. So things are looking somewhat up for me. The big question is, can I kill this Melter? Only if both of the Scorpions fire at it, but these two carry wasps that survive take out the Scorpion here. They are dead now, but that Melter is still alive and it is a huge problem. It has superior range to everything I have, 170, I guess the Stormcrawlers outrange it. The Scorpions unfortunately are outranged by it, move into its single file, and that is enough damage to kill me. So in the end, the Melter still wins it. And I managed to win not a single round with an opponent that could realistically have completely destroyed me with Orbital Javelin. Well, I think I should have expected that last round. Maybe I was doubling up on saying it. Anyhow, this was frustrating. And that was right after a tournament match where I got eliminated, I think because my opponent was giant spec with double senior manufacturing. So at this point, I was legit salty, angry, and really frustrated at my playing this. It hurts sometimes. Sometimes this game can be pretty frustrating. Anyhow, I hope you are not frustrated, but you enjoyed this match. And, well, I will see you hopefully again with the next match, which, maybe I shouldn't spoil it, but I will say that much. It is going to be a bit of a good ending to this recording session. So, until next time.